Today on the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, we saved it from after Spider-Man. We're going to talk about the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness first trailer.
Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. My name is Matthew Carroll.
And I'm Jeff Randall.
And in our producer chair today, we have the lovely Ashley Coffin. How you doing, Ash?
I'm great. I'm in a brand new producer chair.
Ooh.
Well,
Merry Christmas to all of us.
yeah. No more.
Oh, I'm so excited about it.
It's like a gift for you.
It really is. You sent me all your gifts you got for Christmas, and I was like, why did you get all the gifts for me? You got more gifts for me than I received. It was crazy.
It's the gift that keeps on giving all year to Matt.
Yeah.
To me.
But I'll be the one that can't figure out how to use it, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes.
We will see. We will see.
I probably sound like I'm at the bottom of a bell jar.
If she sounds horrible, it's her new audio setup. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I gotta call Joe Rogan. He's our buddy.
Okay, guys. Well, we're here to talk about Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness trailer. It's time for the hype train to begin.
Whoop, whoop.
We mentioned it a little bit in our Spider-Man coverage because it was the post-credit sequence, but I think it's time we dug in a little deeper, and we're going to do the frame-by-frame watch of this trailer. So if you are interested, you can go to youtube.com/strandedpanda. That's our YouTube channel. You can watch this, the video version, so you can actually see what we're talking about as we freeze frame and discuss the trailer. But if not, we're going to discuss it here. So please forgive us if some of it, if we forget to describe things, because that happens occasionally.
Yeah.
But that's why this is the good YouTube clip to watch. But let's do it. First, we're going to watch the Doctor Strange trailer so everybody out there can watch. Here we go.
I have all of the chills. All
for
of
real.
them.
As us who've been following all this stuff and following the variants from Loki and then the variants now from Spider-Man, they didn't call them variants in Spider-Man. I'm curious if they will in Doctor Strange. When are we going to bring that Loki verbiage to the masses? But we have a variant of Doctor Strange here. It seems.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be a variant of Doctor Strange, based on the way that Loki describes variants, but also seems to be, I don't want to call it and say that it is the Supreme Strange or the Doctor Strange Supreme, or what do we call him? Doctor Strange?
The one from What If.
The one from What If. It looks kind of like that guy.
It does look similar. I've seen articles saying this is why it's not, and I'm like, okay, maybe there's evidence I've not seen. I don't like to read those articles until we've done our podcast because I don't want to steal everybody's ideas. Hey, I don't know, because we know that they also say that What If was a little upset that they did something similar for some episodes.
Raimi was upset.
Yeah,
Raimi was upset because What If did something similar. So maybe this is just a similar situation. That
might be why they were doing all the reshoots. Maybe it was too similar and they had to go back and change some things. But I trust Raimi. I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. And I trust Raimi and I trust Marvel. There's not two entities I trust in movies, probably more.
And it seems like if he's the Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange, that Wanda should be able to handle him because she's stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme.
He's not the Sorcerer Supreme.
But the Dark One might be.
And neither's the Dark One, I don't believe.
If in his reality he is.
I'm thinking of the What If one. I don't think he became the...
oh, no, I'm not even thinking about that one.
You're right. Yeah, it's not. After just saying how it's probably not, I then jump back to it being him.
Mm-hmm. Matt, you can't play both sides.
I'm playing both sides, baby.
I mean, it could be that one. It could be a different Doctor Strange, because in the multiverse, there are an infinite number of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Right. I think it's just a different one.
Infinite possibilities variants.
And I think it's going to have something to do with his love interest from the first one. The fact they show her at the beginning. Do you think this will relate to the events of No Way Home?
Well, they used a little bit of the audio from No Way Home, just specifically Strange saying the multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And pretty sure he also said in No Way Home, we tampered with the fabric of reality, or the fabric of space-time.
Yeah.
And like, those aren't, I mean, again, this is only just a first trailer, but like, I can't say for certain that they're not going to use anything, but like, so far they have a little bit, but it hasn't been anything that we wouldn't have expected.
Right. I guess what I'm getting at is they seem like they're setting this up that Doctor Strange did something so whatever to the space-time multiverse continuum that like everyone's upset with him. There's that line that's from the first one too. It seems like they're pulling a lot of lines from previous things to say that, but like they're saying something Doctor Strange did cause this rift in the multiverse somehow.
I would hope it's what he did in No Way Home, because that was a pretty big deal.
Well, yeah, yes, but didn't he solve it? And didn't it get shut down? And the only thing he's done now is, I guess, make everyone forget Peter existed. But like, yeah, I don't know.
Messing with reality.
Right. How much did that? I still go back to that scene in No Way Home where right when he first opened up the multiverse and you see purple everywhere, there was like some sort of figure out in the distance who like turned toward them and reached toward them or whatever. I think, Jeff, you said you thought they reached.
Did I?
You did.
Could have been. I've slept since then, so I don't know.
When they first opened the multiverse, they're down in the basement, and like it's the first figure we see. It's very subtle, but there's a figure in the purple that like turns toward them as if he sees them. And I'm wondering if that's some sort of dark malevolent force that's now like after trying to break into their reality because he's weakened it or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense that the seams have ripped, so to speak.
Yeah.
The fabric separating realities is weaker right now because of the effects of No Way Home. Like Mordo said, the bill comes due always.
And that's what I was going to say is Mordo believed that what Doctor Strange did in the first movie had gone too far.
Yeah.
And Mordo is more of a student than Doctor Strange was. Like he'd been around this stuff a lot longer. So like, what if the whole no more wizards thing was because he saw sort of like, if we keep doing this stuff. Yeah, that's right. Too many sorcerers. If we keep doing this kind of stuff, like the reality is going to fracture. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what it seemed like he was going for, is like, if more people like Doctor Strange come along wanting to do magic just willy-nilly,
right,
and not following the rules, there's going to be consequences. The world's going to shatter, and that's going to end our reality. And I don't want that. So here I go taking this guy's magic that helps him walk. Not a good look, Mordo. Not a good look.
And it looks like, is he using power against Karmatash, or what was that, sandstorm?
Yeah, it looked like there was some sort of storm rolling in over Kamar-Taj. Have we seen anybody do like storm magic?
Not that I remember.
Like
just Sandman.
Doctor Strange stopped the water in Endgame with his wind power, making it into like a tornado water thing.
Yeah, like a water spout. He was just a magic dam for a minute.
Yeah. Look at the dam.
Well, I'll be damned. Thank you, Court OB. Court OB finally got what I was going for in the chat. She said Halle Berry, because I was going for storm magic.
Yeah. Yes. So you guys have anything else sort of generally about the trailer before we get into the frame by frame thing?
Wanda. I just can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll save it for the frame by frame.
Yes, queen.
He asks her what she knows about the multiverse, and there's that knowing glance on her face. And we know that she's been studying the Darkhold. And if you go back and watch WandaVision, the Darkhold pages she's looking at is like multiple worlds, like spread out together. And it's clear that she was studying the multiverse. And she's also looking for her children, it seems.
She's looking for the reality that her children do exist in so that she can take those out. Give me them.
I think so, but like, she at least studied the multiverse. We know that.
I think it'd be funnier, though, if he's like, what do you know about the multiverse? And she's like, not a damn thing. Do I look like I've had a real science class ever? We didn't have science class in Sokovia. We had how to dodge rockets.
We've been doing this whole thing for years now where we try to like predict what's going to happen. And I feel like for a long time we've been able to like pretty well predict like, oh, this looks like the end of the movie and this looks like the beginning of the movie. And this is sort of like what's going to happen and the shape. We got to get the shape of it by talking about these trailers. But like after No Way Home and all the things they kept from us, like I'm excited about Marvel's like cracking down on spoilers. Like, I don't know if they will continue that trend, but man, I'm so pumped about it.
Yeah. I was excited to not know anything about No Way Home.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We knew. We guessed a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like we guessed.
I don't
but we
have a
didn't
lot.
know.
This is a mystery.
Yeah.
Raimi's not going to give anything away.
Mystery of Madness.
Even during the movie, he's not going to give anything away.
I can't wait.
All right, well, let's get into the frame by frame then. We're literally gonna watch this thing. It's slow mo, frame by frame, and just like analyze the frames of it because that's a lot of fun for us. Again,
This is a thing we do.
YouTube.com/strandedpanda if you want to join in the visuals. Okay, here we go. This first shot, it's so quick, but it being the establishing shot makes me really think it has something to do with what's going on here. Like, you got some sort of altar that looks like it's like, you know, tossed. It looks like there's the winds whip through the storm, but also there looks like maybe some chains back there.
Yeah, I see chains, candles, there's bells. Mm-hmm.
It looks like maybe we were just talking about the storm that went into Carmitage. Like, this might be what the result of that.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like sand has been strewn.
Yep, exactly.
A bunch of leaves, and it's either that it's a place that's been unkempt for maybe
time.
5 years.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Or it is a place that just got wrecked.
Is it snowy? Kind of like Doctor Strange's house was?
I think that's sand,
Is it sand?
but it could be.
Yeah, that looks like this shot, like right here, looks like sand.
Yeah.
But there is a spot later though where he's walking in what looks like an alleyway, and it looks snowy.
Okay, then we have it blacks out for a good bit, and then it comes back with this watch that is the Doctor Strange watch is that his love interest from the first one.
Christine.
Christine, thank you.
Doctor,
I'm just gonna keep going.
Dr. Palmer.
Christine.
No. If you're gonna say that name, you have to say Christine.
Christine.
Because that's how he said it every time. Christine.
I'm so glad by like the new movies he got his accent down. That first one was a little difficult.
Yeah, it was. I like though in this trailer that he's sounding like, you know, every other average American.
Yeah, it took a couple years.
Yeah.
Him and Wanda.
Don't know that Doctor Strange ever needed to
I feel like
be American.
I feel like him and Wanda need to have a conversation though about their accents.
Yeah, it just kind of comes and
Really
goes.
good. So the next shot is this broken watch with Doctor Strange reflected in it. And I've got to imagine this is the Doctor Strange. I don't know why, but I have a feeling like this is part of the backstory of the other Doctor Strange. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, Doctor Strange reflected in the face of time sounds like it's going to be a big thing, a big theme, because he was the keeper of the time stone.
Yeah.
And the time stone is the only thing that was keeping Dormammu at bay.
See,
at bay.
that's also what I was wondering. I talked about that purple presence in No Way Home that looked like it saw Doctor Strange. And I'm wondering if like it looked into the world and saw that he no longer had the time stone. That could be a thing. I have to bring this up. I like I said, I normally don't watch anything else before we podcast because I don't want to be like spoiled, but something auto played and they were doing a similar breakdown, and I have to say that they said this, and I don't know about it. They said this, that break, the pattern in which that is broken is almost exactly the symbol of Dormammu. Like if you lay the symbol of Dormammu over this like the crest of Dormammu or whatever. I don't know about it.
Yeah, no.
I see it. They showed it on the screen, but yeah, it's interesting.
More than anything, though, I see the Vishanti in there, like the mark of the Vishanti, like the hashtag that is the Vishanti logo.
See it at all.
Yeah, it's like a Mrs. Stork. Some people
There's
see
no curves.
Some people see it, but it's probably just made up.
No, this one is Vishanti more than Dormammu.
All right.
The Dormammu one, like, I like just probably yesterday watched that sequence where the zealots took on the mark of Dormammu and like they did the symbol in the air and like I remember everything about it.
Well, the thing that it made me think of immediately was one of those windows inside the sanctum. Which is
that's the Vishanti.
The Vishanti. Okay. Yeah. I just think like there's slightly different versions of that throughout the Doctor Strange lore, and I definitely think it's a reference to that.
I mean,
in one way or the other.
Symbology is present everywhere. You can choose to see it.
So, yeah.
Well, what are we doing here if we're not going to dive into the symbolism? What are we even doing?
Symbolism, symbology, all of them, all of the things. Where in the hell is this snowy ass thing?
It looks like New York.
Well, it looks like New York for sure. And this is what I'm interested in. Right here, this shot of New York that's like dripping upwards.
Not certain. Dripping? Oh, yeah.
You see that? You see like it's turned sideways, but it's dripping upwards, or it's almost like it's dusting, which is similar to the effects they used in What If when the world was like evaporating around Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah.
It's very similar.
Everything was evaporating like that around him.
Yeah.
Ooh. Actually, no, look at his cloak.
What's on his what's on his back?
Huh.
His cloak is not the normal cloak.
It has been ripped up a lot. I wonder if they had to like
just patch it.
Finally patch it up.
Get something else to be like, shit.
That's a good call.
Can you make an old pair of blue jeans?
There is like a blue patch on the back of the Cloak of Levitation, which is not normally there.
Huh. Yeah, it's. I mean, the Cloak of Levitation, by memory, is a patchwork cloak. Like it is, but it's patches of red.
Right.
I don't remember there being blue.
I don't remember there, especially a huge patch of blue on the back like that
with the white on there. Like that reminds me of the cloak that Doctor Strange had in What If, where it was like it was darker and blues and there was
he had a more extreme collar.
Yeah, he had a more extreme collar, but like there were lines and accents on it that were other colors.
Is this New York? Do we think?
It kind of looks like the Empire State Building.
It kind of does, yeah.
It could be, but long and strange, we're talking in No Way Home about the snow that was in the Sanctum because of there being a like one of the portals opens to Siberia and a blizzard came in.
Yeah.
Who opened that? Like who opened that portal to let the blizzard come in?
They said that
that the seal wasn't done right.
Right. They said that the seal needed a keeping up spell or whatever, a maintenance spell done, and they blamed each other. Doctor Strange blamed Wong, and Wong blamed Doctor Strange.
I wonder though if where he is there, like with it being snowy there, could have been like where he came from to have that blizzard happen. Like the blizzard followed him.
I see.
He's coming back from
what
there.
You're saying. Yeah, possible. But Siberia seems like it's just I don't know. There'd be the big buildings and stuff. I guess.
What, they don't have magic in Siberia?
No, no, they don't.
Kind of xenophobic.
I feel like all of this, like the broken watch, the reflection, this like walking up the stairs in this.
Well, the window's busted out. This whole place is abandoned.
Yeah. It makes me think like this is all part of the world of Doctor Strange, like the other version of him, or part of his origin story.
Well, it looked like he went up and talked to him up in the Sanctum, so this is probably his way up going to find him.
Right, exactly.
His other self.
It's not just the window in this Sanctum from the look of it. Like there's water, like there's like water in the floor. Yeah. Like it seems to be
it looks like the roof's probably broken open and it's flooded and abandoned.
It looks like the tide. You know, it looks like waves of the ocean.
It does kind
washing
of
into it.
It could just be like it flowing down from the stairs or whatever, though. We don't know. Okay. Then See, and I just like it looks
That
like this
window.
is him heading up towards Doctor Strange, and that looks like it's probably Doctor Strange, right?
Oh yeah.
You see, like he's not wearing the cloak of levitation there; he's wearing something black.
Yeah, he's got like a sick leather jacket.
Yeah.
To show that he's bad.
Definitely showing us that he's bad.
To show us that he's bad.
They put that green filter over him.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's interesting that they show him that early in the trailer. I hadn't noticed, obviously, until the frame by frame.
Check
but it's
his
like
hair though.
the fourth
Look at
frame
his
of
hair.
in that the darker version of him.
Yeah, the one that's looking away, like that hair seems to be longer.
He has the like the slick back, the pompadour slip back.
Right, and like our boy Strange from our verse doesn't have that.
He's clean cut.
He's got that clean cut, I go to the office every day, like where's my briefcase?
Yeah,
kind of look.
he does indeed.
Doctor Strange in the end of it, he's got that slick back, but he's also got, at least in the end of it, it looks like it's kind of like been disheveled a little bit, like he might have just been in a fight.
Right. The reason I don't think this is the one from What If is mostly because like that one ended in a place of like we're still wanting to save the multiverse,
Well, he was also in like a snow globe, basically.
But this could be like a representation of that, or this could be like
A different one,
yeah.
Multiverse, yay.
Yeah, multiverse. And what is he? He's grabbing up at the sky. It almost looks like his hand comes together, almost as if something is going to appear in it. As if magic.
Well, that's the way that he brings
hold the
about the time stone.
Oh, ooh,
Every time,
you're right.
stone.
So what if he's like thinking of how he lost the time stone? You know what I mean? Like maybe he's like reflecting on something that went wrong in his universe. Maybe they didn't bring everybody back or whatever.
Or maybe this one does have the time stone and didn't use it appropriately.
Right. Oh, yeah. So
And he's like, this thing was supposed to save us? This piece of garbage!
it looks more like he's like remembering when he used to be able to bring it to himself, like the way he's like holding it, his hand out. That's what it reminds me
Could
of.
be.
I don't know. Obviously. Then we cut to Doctor Strange. That we got to come up with a better name. Doctor and Doctor is not good for podcasting. I don't think.
No, it works
Just call him
perfectly.
Steven.
That's weird, but I'll allow it.
Then it's shot on the street of Doctor Strange, just looking furrowed brow up at the sky, and there's people running. So I'm guessing this is something to do with that scene we just saw of New York City kind of folding in on itself and evaporating.
That city looked so empty in that scene, and it was covered with snow.
It's a view up at the sky, though.
This looks like the scene where the eye monster is like
Yeah,
in
with
downtown.
Shimagora.
That is absolutely possible, yeah.
That's actually the same background
As the
when you
Shimagora.
cut the bus in half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're just using, like, his furrowed brow here to be like, look how
Dude,
intense.
he's got such a good furrowed brow.
He always, when is his brow not furrowed?
I don't know.
All right, then it cuts to a clear red wiggly woos, you guys.
With Wanda's hand being like it is.
I mean, nobody does it like her.
Do the claw.
The claw.
She trained with the ballerinas.
Did she?
That's how
Interesting.
intense.
I can't do that. Yeah. I need some ballerina training. Damn.
If we're all just like on a podcast, everyone's just like trying to move their hands properly.
I think I'm good at it. You Dark Phoenix, you open the doorknob.
Everybody tries to cast spells.
Yeah. This is why you got to see it on YouTube, everybody. You get to see us struggling to make the right hand motion.
Even if my hands worked, I would just be waving my hands around in the air. How do I get from here to there?
So we go straight from that, like very just like a shot of the red wiggly woos of Wanda to the church where Christine Palmer is getting married, it appears.
It doesn't look to Doctor Strange because he's to the right.
Yeah, she's not walking toward him. She's walking past his.
I gotta imagine this is something to do with the beginning of the movie where like either our version of Doctor Strange has, chosen his path and he's like off doing his Doctor Strange thing, and he's going to her wedding as a friend, or this has something to do with him, the dark path of the other Doctor Strange. I don't know.
Ooh, what if it's not, though? What if it's not the dark path? What if this is accepting that he cannot have Christine, that Christine needs to be with somebody else, and this is like during the ending sequence where he's just like, yeah, it's better this way. There she goes.
It's possible. I feel like if to the end, and that's like the resolution of that plot, it'd be weird to include it in the trailer.
It's like he learned from Peter a little bit. You got to let people go to protect them.
Yeah. But he doesn't remember that. But yeah.
But what makes me think that it's not the end of it, the resolution of it, though, is the guy that's beside him is Nicodemus West, Dr. West, the guy whose watch was too loud in the first movie.
Okay.
Well, they were friends. They would both go to the wedding.
It's
not the end of the movie, I don't think.
I doubt it, but
yeah, I think that because they're colleagues, they would definitely go to the wedding, but I wouldn't say that they were friends. Like, he was talking so much shit on Nick West.
But by the end, he,
right,
wasn't being as much of an asshole.
And it's very likely that this scene is Dr. West still annoying him, and he's like, at the wedding.
Yeah, he's got that annoying face. Look at that face.
Aw.
Poor Nick West. Then we have a crow, for whatever reason.
What do you mean, for whatever reason? Crows signified death.
Mm-hmm.
Odin used two crows to like be his eyes in the world.
I get it. Yeah,
There's a lot that could be going on there
for sure. And then
sorry, you're like, yeah, symbolism. Moving on.
The next shot is America Chavez. She's like stepping into what looks like probably Carmitage again, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Strong Carmitage vibes.
There's a fire going that could be from the candles falling over.
Wong's doing his best Thor impression. What's going on there?
Yeah.
The full force of a star.
I could only take maybe 1/10 of a star.
Yeah, Wong looks very injured, like he's in the fight for saving reality. If you look right before,
there's something around his wrist.
Yeah, it's only one frame, and there's something around his wrists that are like pulling him.
Oh no!
Is it red? Is it Wanda?
It's more orange.
Those are the whips. You remember in the first one, the previous librarian had his head removed by Caecilius.
Oh, by like red whip.
Yeah, well, it was they used the red whips or the orange whips to like pull his hands and feet up and like string him up in the air, and then removed his head.
Oof.
And Wong was the one that was talking about that, saying, and now I'm the new librarian. I am the new guardian of these tomes. And then the next frame is Caecilius falling through the multiverse.
Is that Caecilius?
It is Caecilius. Look at the ponytail.
Okay. And this looks similar.
I learned from Ashley to always look at the hair.
It's helpful. In a little bit, we see that scene where there's like some sort of like reddish purple background, and like it almost looks like a metaphysical vision of Strange's. This looks similar. The background there looks similar, but Caecilius is being held up.
That might not. I don't know. I still feel like that's Caecilius.
There's definitely a ponytail.
But the star in the background, the star shape, is doing me some wonders. Maybe America Chavez brought Caecilius from another dimension or from another universe to Strange so that they could have a talk about.
That's a great call. That is absolutely one of her Star Punch portals.
Mm-hmm. Because it looks like a star.
Yep, that is a Star Punch portal. I love it. Good eye there. But you see those columns to the right and left of the star portal?
Kind of. Yeah.
Those are the same columns from later.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, like that purplish red background.
That's that I don't know what to call it, the center of the universe, center of the multiverse?
We have no idea what it is.
The kaleidoscope
no idea. Yeah, the kaleidoscope looking thing.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm wondering.
I love the Marvel Studios logo shot with the looking like the crystal.
The mirror dimension?
Well, yeah, it's
kind of kaleidoscope-esque. as well.
It's kaleidoscopy. It's mirror dimension-ish. I mean, it reminds me of the crystal that the Watcher looks through to see into universes.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, it's that shattered reality thing. So the Marvel Studios logo is sort of shattered, which I love, but it has me making me want to like dig through each shatter point and see if there's some sort of clues to like
look at each individual one.
Yeah, but looking at it, it appears that everyone just looks like it's from the MCU, which makes sense. But I was like, will these each be from a different universe? Each of these shatter points?
It's too much.
Too much.
It's never too much. Then we
I love that they added Shang-Chi to it.
Yeah, Shang-Chi's right there.
In the M.
And then we cut to a vineyard where we've talked about this scene, but Doctor Strange goes and appears to Wanda. I don't see anything particularly to like examine in these scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Except the look on Wanda's face.
Why is she pruning a tree?
Yeah, I'm like, where are you?
Yeah.
Why are you pruning a single tree?
It reminds me
Wanda?
of, the reality she created for herself in House of M, where she's like living on this big estate or whatever in like a castle in like, what is it, Magnus's land or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. After House of M.
Yeah. Or during House of I don't know.
Was it during House of M?
Yeah, that's House of M is like, they're all in like Magnus's castle or whatever.
Like their mansion.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought you meant like after like during Young Avengers when they were going to find their mom and she didn't know who she was.
Right. No, I'm just talking about like
but yeah, I get what you mean.
Obviously we don't see a castle here, but like I could see this. She's like almost created a little world for herself. But I
think she'd learned her lesson about that though.
Or she just learned how to do it. You know what I mean? Like maybe she found an empty place to like make her own. Like she's not torturing anyone else. She's building her own reality from scratch or something.
Oh, look, an abandoned villa where I can make my own reality.
It's my dream job. Just a villa and like a vineyard in Italy or something.
Mostly for the wine, though. I get it.
Yeah. I'd be bored by myself.
Yeah.
I'd be making wine all day.
We get a better shot here. Well, I don't know if it's a better shot, but we see another shot of the blue patch on the back of Doctor Strange's cloak here. It does appear that it's our version of Doctor Strange. He's here with is that Wanda and America Chavez?
I don't think so. I think it's Christine.
You think so? Somebody's hair is very red.
Very red, but
not
if you
like
go
Wanda
forward
red.
a couple of frames,
you get a better shot of it, or a shot from the front.
A shot from the front.
But here. I'm pretty sure these are those columns where America Chavez creates a portal.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm guessing after this scene, maybe she portals them out of there or something.
This could be, the center of reality or the center of the multiverse or whatever. Like this is an anchor point.
Totems are built to the Ridley Scott's Alien up top.
Yeah.
It could have been dark Doctor Strange. He just had his hair back in a pony because he has the dress.
He does dress similar to the way that Caecilius did, with the whole...
I just don't see why they would bring Caecilius back.
Because he was a dreadfully underused actor that is amazing. Mads Mikkelsen.
That's not a good enough reason for them bring the character back into the story. Didn't they... Yeah. What'd they do to him?
He became a mindless one and got sucked into Dormammu's dimension.
Okay.
And that's the thing, if Dormammu is the figure from No Way Home or something like that, like it would make and Dormammu is breaking back into their reality or taking advantage of the seams they've created, like you could totally see Caecilius coming back with him.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this
villains.
person? I don't think that's Wanda.
It's Christine.
Is it Christine?
Pretty sure.
Does she ever?
I remember freeze framing on it and it being like, oh.
I'm doing that now and I cannot tell that's Christine if it is. I just see like an eye.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say it with confidence.
Me neither.
It might have been a different frame in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Where we saw over his shoulder.
Okay.
It's an interesting frame though to look at for a bit because all the columns in the background are not attached to anything.
Mm-hmm.
That I mean, that looks like a bunker door, right?
Yeah. It appears that
like-
there's like magic, some sort of magic place was destroyed, but also there's like looks like a regular street lamp on a regular street. This could be the result of what ended after that street's like evaporated and torn apart.
Oh yeah. This could be, what happens when you break reality.
The remainder of this reality.
He opens the door and he's like, oh no, we don't want to be here. No, this is bad.
Then we get some more Baron Mordo. I am so excited.
God, look at those dreads.
For Chiwetel Ejiofor. Oh, I love him. And I, again, felt like he was underutilized in the first one. So,
yeah.
His whole I'm going to kill all the wizards thing. Like, I hope they flesh that out a little bit more.
Sorcerers. Yeah, like, give me a why.
Well, what's fascinating to me is like, we kind of maybe have a why. We talked about it earlier. Like, what if he saw the flippant way that Strange used magic and like used the time stone, and he was like, that is rough. We got to pare down these sorcerers. And then he didn't do it in time, or maybe he disappeared for 5 years or whatever, comes back and there's sorcerers everywhere. He's definitely going to want to kill Wanda or take her power away.
Or what if he went Ronin style during the 5 years?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And it's just killing people.
Like, legit though, what if he was left over?
What was his hair like in number 1?
Short.
Much shorter than that.
So yeah, he's probably been around all 5 years then, because that's long dreads.
Let's turn to Ashley. Can hair grow that long in 5 years?
It's pretty long, so he might be universe hopping, or time might work different in different places.
It could also be a couple years before the actual blip, so it could be 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, because when does Doctor Strange take place? To 2025 or wherever they are? Whatever year it's supposed to be.
It could be several more years than just 5.
Yeah,
But,
it definitely is.
My point is, it like at the end of that, it felt like a leap for Baron Mordo to be like too many sorcerers. But if this is the result of too many sorcerers, of people playing with reality, of Wanda, of Strange, of whatever happened at the beginning of this movie, you know?
I think that he probably didn't get blipped and like blames it all on Steven. That whole that slippery slope argument that he was using before is like, this is going to get out of hand, having people, do magic like that. And then everybody went away. So obviously, and Stephen Strange is one of them. Stephen Strange went to, went to space. The time stone was involved. Like, he knows everything that Strange had like in his arsenal. So it would be pretty easy for him to be like, see, I told you, I said it. I've been saying it for years.
Yeah, exactly. And like, he's kind of right?
Yeah.
There's a shot of Doctor Strange, nothing too spectacular. It's, I guess, supposed to be him looking at Baron Mordo. Then we get the shot we've been talking about of this like sandstorm hitting Camartage.
Now it looks like smoke,
It does.
like a fog.
Yeah, I think it looks just like a fog or a cloud.
Right, which makes me feel less certain that all that stuff we saw before was a result of this.
It's Aurora Monroe. That's all it is.
Be amazing. That would be amazing. And like it'd tie into the House of M thing, right?
Oh yeah. So Strange is still wearing the Eye of Agamotto, and like, why? Because the time stone's not there anymore.
Fashion.
Well, from what I understand, the Eye of Agamotto still has power. That's not the only.
It's a relic.
Is right.
He just keeps his grocery list in there now. Like, not the time stone. It's just really good at keeping things in there.
Yeah.
So he's just like,
I mean, it's very well. It holds other magical items or whatever.
His
It may have its
lighter.
own magic.
His lighter. He's like, that's where he puts his cigarettes and it's like, no, I haven't been
Yeah.
smoking, Wong.
No,
You
he's like
fit a Lucy and a lighter in there.
he's like a 50s greaser. He has his like sleeve rolled up and
Yeah.
cigarettes in there, and then he's got his lighter in his Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I can totally see Wanda helping until,
Oh,
maybe
my
she hears her.
kids.
Yeah, and then bye.
No, absolutely.
And I noticed her hands, I'm sure everybody did, are starting to turn black.
Oh, didn't.
Oh no, I didn't either.
Her fingers kind of like Agatha's.
I thought that was black fingernail polish.
Goes only on the top of your fingernails.
Okay.
Her whole finger is black.
I guess I can't see or I can't tell. Huh.
She's got
Her outfit's different.
Yeah, she's got sleeves on this one. Mm-hmm. Or rather, full sleeve.
It does to me look like there's more black when it's further away than is on her fingernails right here. So maybe you're right. Maybe they took it out for this shot because that just looks like fingernail polish to me.
Yeah, no, I saw some high def cleaned up pictures of it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because I wanted to see her outfit.
The thing that has me thinking about Wanda is at the end of WandaVision, the post-credit sequence, it wasn't just that she was like looking for her children. It was that there was a version of Wanda in the front of the house living a life of seclusion in a beautiful cabin. And then there was a version of Wanda in the back of the house that was like searching the multiverse.
That was just her astral thing, I thought. The same way that Doctor Strange and...
Yeah, he was studying in his sleep. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he had the book on astral projection.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I've taken it as well, too. Other people have said that it might be the other version of her was the projection because she was trying to like hide. Like she's trying to, if anyone's any prying eyes.
Don't mind that version of me in the back room.
Yeah. Don't mind the person behind the curtain or whatever.
It would be fitting though for like if there's a version of her that's just kind of hanging out and a version of her in the back that, you know, is maybe from a different verse that's reading about multiverse in the Darkhold, like many worlds in the Darkhold.
It could be. It has me wondering if Wanda even knows how much she knows. Like, could it be that she's splintering somehow? Like the version of her really, it does think there's a part of her that does think she's up in the front of the house just doing things, but then part of her mind is like searching the multiverse.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
It kind of diminishes what she's gone through and what she should be knowing at this point after Westview and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that at all.
Kind of takes away from the agency of her decisions.
I don't know. Depends on how they did it.
This fight between Mordo and Strange that you've been kind of going back and forth on, like, Strange is cuffed. Why is Strange cuffed? And why do those cuffs have a green light on them?
Wanda's starting to look all sunken face like the witches
Oh no.
from Agatha's, like,
Her coven?
yeah, that's it.
Well, do you mean when Agatha broke out or when...
Kind of like when Agatha's mom went all whatever kind of witch she was.
Yeah, because she had the blue crown and everything. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, did you mean when we got introduced to them or when Wanda revisited them and then they turned on her?
When we got introduced to them.
Okay. And she sucked the life force out of them. Mm-hmm. Like a champion.
So then we get this big explosion. Again, looks like maybe Kermitage. I don't know if all these things are having Kermitage or the other magical places around the world.
It looks like it.
Yeah,
it looks like... Because look, you can see all the smoke coming in.
Yeah.
Spell early or whatever that is.
Agreed.
There's a big, look like a minotaur kind of guy with a staff in the middle there.
Really?
Cool.
Yep.
Huh.
Like standing on the circular platform or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of stumbles a bit. There is a character who in Doctor Strange comics was like an assistant from another world or another dimension, I think. He was an assistant for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Strange was teaching him magic. And I think that's going to be this guy. I can't remember his name though.
Is that the same spot that we see Wanda on a second ago? You see that the seal at the bottom there? Is that the same?
Her seal looked more like squares, like T's.
They're pretty similar.
I think it is actually.
Look at that. Yeah, it's the same symbol. I don't think it's the same floor because this one looks outdoors. But they look very similar.
Oh, there's the brick. And I think it's the same one.
The symbols look a little different.
It could be like after nighttime or something.
Because that one looks like three squares in each other with like a cross.
Yeah.
And the other one looked like circles.
I think they
See, it's
look
like four little
squares to
circles.
me. But it could be. They look very similar to me. Either way, it's probably the same location.
Yeah, it's all Pinewood Studios in Atlanta. Like, I don't know why we're arguing here.
Okay, then we get a shot of Wong getting up.
Oh my god!
I'm guessing this is right before he gets lashed and like trapped. So,
oh, I hope not.
It's definitely what's his fame, Mordo.
You think Mordo?
Too many Wongs.
Not Caecilius? Yeah, it could be. Okay, then we get a shot of Doctor Strange here.
God, looks so cool.
Showing, I don't know, he's like looking at a bunch of worlds, it appears, right?
It looks like Wanda's power.
It does look like Wanda's power.
looks
That's
a
the
lot
first
like
thing I
Wanda's
thought. Like, oh, snap.
But
Got that chaos magic.
it looks not that far off from what she was doing in the back room at her little cabin.
Yeah.
Like with the multiple worlds, she's like viewing and stuff. So that's like him looking into the multiverse, maybe?
Yeah, candles all around. It looks like the sanctum has been trashed because the window is shattered behind him.
Yeah, and there's a heart back there. We got America Chavez in the background again.
How strange. Casting those...
Where he uses the like squid arms, right? Are those dragons?
Those are dragons.
Looks like dragons.
Ooh, yeah, they are.
If you remember in the last episode of What If, when he unleashes the dragons and Thor was like, "You've been hiding that this whole time?" Kind of reminds me of that, but could also just be that he summoned some dragons.
That is pretty cool.
But it does look like they're coming out of almost like tiny portals, like
yeah, it does. Like he's slingering them to our universe.
No.
He started one right before this scene.
Did he?
This looks like it's back in the sanctum.
I think he's
not
just
the
using
sanctum,
the same
but
Kamar-Taj.
Kamar-Taj, though.
Some
Yeah,
kind of
there's Wong on the right.
it looks he's using like transport magic or something like
there's-
sling
there's-
rings.
Like there's runes along the bottom of it, though.
Yeah, there is.
Like there's runes along the bottom
Belly
of the bodies
on the belly of the dragon.
On the belly of the beast, yeah.
Also, it looks like Wong is doing something that they have not yet added the effects in for. He's like raising his arms as if he's doing a big spell, but there's just nothing happening around him.
It could be they're done with the effects on this one and Wong is just trying really hard but can't get anything to come out. Like, I got no magic left.
Steven's like, don't worry, Wong. It happens to lots of guys.
You know?
Sometimes you just can't get the dragon. Okay, and then we get this great shot of Shimagoreth, you say?
Shumagorath, yep. Classic strange villain.
Gross.
Yeah, it's basically eye tentacle monster. Scotty's going to be real excited because he's been asking for Shumagorath for a while now.
That's great. What does it say? Something better day? I just thought it might be a good joke, but I can't tell.
I think it's unlock a better day.
Unlock a better day. So Shimagoreth is throwing a bus. It looks so cool. Not to bring up a sore subject for Star Wars fans, but it kind of reminds me of that the monsters from Force Awakens that I know everyone seemed to hate. That Han Solo fights on the Millennium Falcon when he retakes it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They're just like tentacle monsters that are a big ball.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then he razors it in half with magic.
Yay, magic.
Hope there's no one on that bus.
Well, if you go
Yeah,
real
right?
slow, you can see that guy. He's still videoing from Shang-Chi. He's like...
I'm
that
not
does
gonna...
look like a person.
Does it look like a person? I was just teasing.
To the right,
To the right?
like at the very front of the bus.
Oh,
I
like
see a
somebody
face.
holding on for dear life.
Yeah, do you kind of see a face?
I'm not gonna.
I don't think it... I think it's empty.
I'm not
That's
gonna
just
grab the
metal.
wheel because every time I try
Look.
to drive a bus, I get yelled at.
Ooh, and check this out. Okay, so that's Doctor Strange. I couldn't see Doctor Strange in this shot when I was watching it.
Yeah,
Before.
it's the dark sanctum. And then he's coming down like, welcome to my parlor.
Oh yeah.
I just hadn't noticed him in the background of the shot until now.
God, yeah. Okay, so this is Doctor Strange coming down. Like, yes, you've made it. I see. Thank you for coming.
It's like when the Bond villain reveals that he's connected to Bond somehow.
Yeah, and I'm betting our Steven is like, what in the hell happened here? And he's like, well, things just got out of hand.
Did Mordo actually say something about things will get out of hand?
No.
in the first one? You said those words earlier, and I was like, did he actually say that? Because that would be connection, deliberate connection.
I don't think so. Like I thought that that Strange in What If said that. I thought that the Strange Supreme or whatever, when things were collapsing in on him, I thought that he was saying like, things just got out of hand. This wasn't. I didn't want for this to happen.
Right.
But the thing that he kept repeating was, "I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry."
Okay.
And in this trailer, Strange says, "I didn't mean for this to happen."
Nice. That's so crazy that all those connections to What If it's not the character from What If. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they wrote such similar stories.
Well, that just goes to show that the character is the same throughout the multiverse, or has the same kind of
Tendencies,
tendencies and through lines.
I like that he's holding on to his lightsaber in the shot,
Yep.
ready to draw up if he needs to.
I hope it's just a Glock.
To draw at a moment's notice.
This is the universe where he couldn't figure out magic, so he just became the Punisher.
Yeah.
Does he have a long beard, or is that just dark?
I think it's just dark.
A little fuzzly.
Looks a little longer. It does look kind of long. It looks longer than regular Doctor Strange's, at least.
Oh, like the long goatee. I'm
They
down.
definitely threw some makeup, contouring, and some eyebrows on them. See that pointy?
Yeah.
Very much like, evil Mr. Spock or whatever.
Yeah. And like our, good Strange has those like soft curves on his eyebrows, and his forehead doesn't look to be as angular.
Widow peaked. Yeah. He looks like Freddie Munster.
Really does.
Exactly.
Last shot we have is the actual logo shot, which does look like very biological for Doctor Strange. I don't know. Look at all this. It looks like almost cells dividing and stuff.
Well,
I see smoke and fire
Smoking.
and water.
Yeah, maybe water too. There's also like cosmos. You can see stars. It looks like
it looks like the multiverse, like in Loki, with the branches and everything. Could
be.
also be, since he's a neurosurgeon, it could be a neuron. Looks kind of like a neuron.
Yeah,
at
it
the
does.
top.
Jellyfish.
Yep.
I see that. Like yeah,
Cosmic jellyfish, all of it.
depending on where you
That'd be the worst.
pause it.
It's all of those things.
Yeah, that's the thing. Depending on where you pause it, it's all of those things.
Fire. Da-na-na-na.
You can see the universe is like moving against itself in the background there in the back right. It's like two versions of the sky, but they're like cutting against each other.
Yeah, it's like they're rubbing together.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's real
I
cool.
like it.
All right, cool guys. Well, that is our breakdown. Any last thoughts since
I think we got them all out there.
I think we did.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too.
I think this is the one I'm most excited for.
Really? The most excited for?
I'm more excited than Spider-Man. Like, this is the one I'm the most looking forward to.
Yeah. I feel like Spider-Man was kind of a stepping stone to this one.
Well, this has been for me the one I've been most excited about, but then Spider-Man did so above and beyond what I was expecting that now I'm like, can this live up to what Spider-Man just did? Like, I sure hope so.
I think with Spider-Man, even though it was very emotional and sad, it had a lot of funny, uplifting moments. I don't think you should expect that from this. This is going to be a very dark story. I'm total like it's catered for my tastes.
Ashley's like, this movie was made for me.
I think that's true to some degree. This is definitely going to be darker.
He said it's a horror movie.
Agreed. But the character of America Chavez in comics is like pretty fun, and she's young, and I feel like she might bring a little bit of that like peppiness to the movie that we don't get otherwise.
Every Marvel movie is going to have the jokes. Yeah. They can't not do it anymore. And I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying this is going to be a very, very different tone.
More akin to the Netflix series.
I hope so.
I don't know, man. This looks much darker than that even. And, just like that weird horror darkness.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, guys, thanks for joining us. We are the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. We'll be back soon. We're going to be dropping 3 episodes this week. We'll be doing this one, and then we've got a Spider-Man episode and a Hawkeye episode. So we'll be back in your feed in the next couple days. Peace.
Until next time, true believers.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us for the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, available everywhere you get podcasts, and now a video version streaming live on twitch.tv/strandedpandatv and available at youtube.com/strandedpanda. And if you'd like to learn more about all of our other podcasts, geeky projects, and ways to support the network, visit strandedpanda.com.